Hi there, friends. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, looked at your reflection, and thought, where did that spark go? Or maybe you felt a little more tired these days. Like your get up and go got up and went? Well, you're not alone. But here's the good news. Aging doesn't have to mean slowing down. In fact, what if I told you that some of the most powerful tools to feel vibrant, energetic, and yes, even a bit younger are already sitting in your kitchen? Today, we're talking about food, specifically, 5 science-backed, anti-aging foods you can start eating daily to nourish your body, sharpen your mind, and keep you feeling strong. And the best part? These aren't fancy, hard-to-find ingredients. They're simple, affordable, and probably already on your grocery list. Let's dive in, shall we? First up, let's talk about these little blue dynamos, blueberries. Now, I know what you're thinking, berries. Really? But hear me out. Researchers at Harvard found that folks who eat berries regularly, especially blueberries, have slower rates of cognitive decline. Why? They're packed with antioxidants, those tiny warriors that fight off the damage our cells face every day. Think of them like a repair crew for your body, patching up wear and tear so you can stay sharp. And they're delicious. Toss a handful into your morning oatmeal. Blend them into a smoothie. Or just snack on them straight from the fridge. Easy, right? Now, let's move to something your mom always told you to eat, leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, these aren't just rabbit food. Friends, a study in the Journal of Nutrition showed that people over 60 who ate a cup of leafy greens daily had the brain function of someone 11 years younger. 11 years. That's thanks to nutrients like folate, vitamin K and lutein, which protect your eyes, bones, and even your memory. Don't love salads? No problem. Sauté them with garlic and olive oil. Blend them into soups, or stir a handful into scrambled eggs. My neighbor Margaret adds spinach to her lasagna, sneaky, but it works. And here's a pro tip. Pair those greens with a squeeze of lemon or a drizzle of vinegar. The vitamin C helps your body absorb all that goodness. Small tweaks, big results. Next on our list, walnuts. Now, I'll admit, I used to skip the nuts at the store. Too many calories, I thought, but turns out, these little guys are worth every bite. Walnuts are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, the same good fats you find in salmon. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate walnuts daily had better heart health and even improved mood. And here's the kicker. Omega-3s help keep your skin supple, reducing dryness and wrinkles. Who needs expensive creams when you've got a handful of walnuts? Try sprinkling them on yogurt, mixing them into tuna salad, or just keeping a jar by your favorite chair for a TV time snack. But remember, moderation is key. A small handful a day is all you need. So far, we've covered blueberries, leafy greens, and walnuts, 3 simple, everyday foods that can make a world of difference. And guess what? We're just getting started, because when it comes to aging gracefully, it's not about drastic changes or depriving yourself. It's about making small, joyful choices that add up over time. Choices that say, I'm worth it. Let's keep this conversation going. Because up next, we've got 2 more powerhouse foods you won't want to miss, including one you've probably been underestimating for years. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you, fatty fish. I know, fish can feel a bit intimidating if you're not used to cooking it. But trust me, this one's worth the effort. Salmon, mackerel, sardines, these are what I call the ocean's fountain of youth. Why? Well, researchers at Tufts University found that older adults who ate fatty fish just twice a week had a 30% lower risk of heart disease. And here's the kicker. Those omega-3 fatty acids we talked about with walnuts? Fish is packed with them, too, but in a form your body absorbs even better. These fats don't just protect your heart, they're like brain food. They help keep your memory sharp and even fight inflammation, which is a big player in aches, pains, and that stubborn stiffness we sometimes feel. Now, if you're thinking, but I don't want my kitchen smelling like a seafood market, I've got you covered. Try baking salmon with a sprinkle of lemon and herbs, it's foolproof. Or grab a tin of sardines. They're affordable, no cooking required, and fantastic mashed onto whole grain toast with a little avocado. My friend Jim, He's 72 and still plays tennis twice a week, swears by his sardine Saturdays. Says it keeps him feeling spry. And if fish isn't your thing, talk to your doctor about an omega-3 supplement. But really, give the real deal a try first. Your taste buds might just thank you. Alright, let's move on to our fifth anti-aging superstar, and this one's a quiet overachiever. Meet Greek yogurt. Now, I can hear some of you now, yogurt? Really? That's just for kids. But hold on, this isn't the sugary stuff from the cartoon commercials. Plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt is a protein powerhouse. A single cup has about 20 grams of protein. That's triple what regular yogurt offers. And after 60, our bodies need more protein to maintain muscle mass, which keeps us strong, steady, and independent. But wait, there's more. It's also bursting with probiotics. Those friendly bacteria that keep your gut happy. And a happy gut means better digestion, a stronger immune system, and even clearer skin. Now, if you're not a fan of the tangy flavor, let's get creative. Mix in a drizzle of honey and those blueberries we talked about earlier. Or use it as a substitute for sour cream on baked potatoes. It's just as creamy with half the calories. My grandmother, bless her, used to stir it into her oatmeal every morning. She lived to 94 and still tended her rose garden. Coincidence? Maybe not. So there we have it, salmon and Greek yogurt, rounding out our 5 daily heroes. But let's pause for a second. I don't want you to walk away thinking, oh, I have to eat all of these every single day. Life's too short for strict rules. The goal is to weave these into your routine where they fit. Maybe blueberries in your breakfast, a handful of walnuts at noon, greens with dinner, fish twice a week, and yogurt as your afternoon pick-me-up. Small, sustainable shifts, that's the secret. Because the best anti-aging plan isn't a rigid diet, it's a lifestyle you can enjoy. And here's something I've learned over the years. Food isn't just fuel. It's connection. It's the joy of sharing a meal with loved ones. The comfort of a favorite recipe. The pride in caring for yourself. So as you try these foods, make it yours. Experiment. Laugh at the flops. My first attempt at kale chips could have doubled as hockey pucks. But keep going. Your body's been with you through decades of adventures. It deserves a little love in return. Now, I'd love to hear your story. Maybe you've already been eating some of these for years. Tell me about it in the comments. Or perhaps you've got a favorite way to sneak greens into a meal. Share that too, because we're all in this together, learning and growing, one bite at a time. And remember, aging isn't about losing sparks, it's about igniting new ones. You know, friends, when I think about these 5 foods we've talked about, I'm reminded of my Aunt Clara. She lived well into her 90s. And every morning, without fail, she'd sit at her kitchen table with a cup of tea, a bowl of yogurt, and this twinkle in her eye. She used to say, growing old is a privilege. But feeling old? That's optional. And she was right. Because what we put on our plates isn't just about adding years to our lives. It's about adding life to our years. Let's take a moment to tie this all together. Those blueberries we started with? They're like tiny guardians for your brain, fighting off the fog so you can keep solving crosswords, remembering grandkids' birthdays, or finally learning to paint that watercolor you've been dreaming about. And those leafy greens, spinach, kale, all those mom-approved veggies, they're not just keeping your bones sturdy or your eyes sharp. They're giving you the energy to dance at family weddings, tend your garden, or take that sunrise walk you love. Then there's the humble walnut. Sure, it's a snack, but it's also a heart hero. Every time you crunch into one, you're giving your arteries a little hug. And let's not forget our friends from the sea, salmon, sardines, all those omega-3 wonders. They're not just protecting your ticker. They're keeping your joints supple so you can keep bending down to pet the dog or pick up your favorite grandchild without that oomph sound we all know too well. And Greek yogurt? Oh, it's the quiet workhorse. It's there to keep your muscles strong so you can lift grocery bags, carry holiday decorations down from the attic, or finally tackle that clutter in the garage. But here's the thing, none of this is about perfection. Miss a day? That's okay. Prefer strawberries over blueberries? Go for it. The goal isn't to follow rules, it's to create your recipe for vitality. Because you've earned the right to make this journey delicious. Now, I want you to picture something. Imagine your body as a lifelong home. After 60 years, or 70, or 80, of memories, it's natural for a few creaks to show up. But just like you'd care for a beloved house, replacing a leaky roof or polishing the floors, these foods are your maintenance crew. They're not asking for a full renovation, just a little daily upkeep, so your home stays strong, warm, and ready for whatever adventures come next. So start small. Maybe tomorrow, swap that afternoon cookie for a handful of walnuts, or toss a handful of spinach into your soup. Celebrate the wins, no matter how tiny, because here's the truth science keeps proving: it's never too late. Your cells are listening, they're ready to renew, repair, and rally, if you give them the tools. Before I go, I have a favor to ask. Share your story below. Did you try one of these foods and notice a difference? Do you have a secret recipe for sneaking greens into meals? Your wisdom could light the way for someone else. And if this resonated with you, pass it along. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's keep this conversation growing. Because aging isn't a solo journey, it's a chorus of voices, laughing, learning, and lifting each other up. And remember, friend, every sunrise is a chance to choose yourself, to nourish the body that's carried you through decades of love, loss, and triumph. So here's to strong hearts, sharp minds, and the quiet joy of a life well lived. However many candles are on your cake this year, you're not just aging, you're leveling up. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep shining.